like the bad boys? Is that like
I do.
You do like the bad boys?
I do, which is weird. Yes, but I'm going out
which
of
is
that.
It's not bad because here's what I figure from girls that like are into like whatever their friends think the wrong type, but from like and they like the bad boys, I guess, or whatever. It's more of like you kind of know what you like. Like you'll start to figure out what you really like about them and what you don't like about them, right?
Yes.
And a lot of these dudes are just what do you like their confidence?
Yes.
Like their ability to speak to you.
Yes.
The things they say to you.
You're like nailing
You hit all those spots.
It's like, yo, I love when a guy has confidence. Like they know what they're doing, or like they have goals and they know how to get there. It's not just like, oh, like I want to get there, but I don't know how.
I'm blind, bro.
Geezus. Jesus.
3, 2, 1. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us on another episode of Geezus. Your host, George MORA, and your co-host,
CHUYA.
EDWIN. Back on the fucking mic again, because
I'm getting used to it now, which is all good.
Because Christian's gone. He's still upstate, working on his ex-girlfriend. So,
I mean, it's all good. I mean, I'm a replacement. It's all good. I don't mind. Cameras up doing this at the same time. Light work for me.
Light work for you.
Yes.
It's good.
Yeah.
So how have your last few days been since our last podcast?
I told you, bro. Like I think I overworked myself to the point where like I had to take my own break. I think I was shooting like constantly, like for a month, like every day, come here, then shooting almost not every day, but like here and there.
Because I feel like you've been overheating, like you've been overdoing yourself, just doing a lot of work,
dude. Yeah,
at one time. You're trying to do editing, you're trying to do filming, you're looking at new cameras you want to buy, you want to do like just too much shit in one, and you need to like
dude,
plan yourself, plan your day.
Yeah, I got to the point. Let me see. I think last week, Tuesday or Monday, I'm like, yo, I'm really too tired. I can't do this shit anymore. I told the people who I had like booked, saying, hey guys, can we reschedule to the next week, like on Tuesday? And they were all cool with it. Thank God they were all good with it. And the guy who's paying me, I told him, can you pay me like next week? So I got the model through. They told me they were all available next week. He said, yeah, no problem. And yeah, next week came yesterday. I was always charged, energized to go shoot and all. And yeah, there you go.
I mean, it's funny because even on your days off, you still kind of came through and shoot. So
yeah, I know, because I was forgetting something, and then someone didn't want to let me go home.
He comes through. He forgets something in my house. He needs to go home and do some editing for himself. So when he came through my house, I forced him to sit here and record something for me. Record a little extra on the side.
Knowing, and he knows
taking his humble services.
He knows that I was overworked over all of that, and he decided, nah, bro, just stay. Just gonna be like for an hour.
And what did you say after we started actually doing the video? He was like, yo, I'm into this, man. You're motivating me to do more shit.
Oh, okay. It was at that time. It was.
Said, let's do a whole nother hour of this shit. No problem.
All right. It's just at the time because I got the adrenaline, all of that, to do my workflow, right? And then after that hour passed by, I'm like, oh, thank God I'm home. Took a nap. Then I thought to myself, why the fudge? I just stayed there again for like another 2 hours. Yeah, but it was worth it. It was worth it. Because I didn't have to edit all of that.
Either way, today we've got an exciting show. All right, there's been a lot of shit going on in the media. All right, people being sold on welfare. Fucking Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith on the whole red table talk.
New word for you guys. Should I say it now?
What?
New word of the day. New word of the summer. Entanglement.
Don't get it twisted. Entanglement. All right. That's the new memes. Get them ready.
Entanglement.
All right. We do have an interesting guest for you today. All right. It's the first ever family to graduate college. A dental student graduating from STONY BROOK SUNY Dental Medicine on her second year. And an aspiring travel vlogger. Maria TAMAY and a model.
Yes, my model.
Maria TAMAY. Welcome.
What is up?
How are you doing today? Well, let me let her get situated because I tend to rush people on this shit.
Oh, I hear you guys.
Like it?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Can you hear? Here, speak into the mic. Hello. Oh, fuck.
Can you hear me?
I cannot hear you. There you go. Speak.
Hello. A, B, C.
There you go. You can hear it, right?
Yeah, but there's a little staticky, I think.
A little staticky? It's fine. I think we can take that out at some point. I think it's because all the mics are close to each other.
That's probably why.
I'm gonna overuse me
Social
again.
distance.
Social distancing. All right, we're edited to be close together, but we're really 6 feet apart. Just so you know.
6
6 inches.
6 thumbs apart.
Okay.
All right, no, but we decontaminate people before we come in. We hose them down. We burn their clothes at the door.
Yeah, get a new pair of clothes.
Get a new pair of clothes.
Do
This is
2
actually
type of
Edwin's fifth grade clothes.
Yeah,
That she's wearing right now.
Yeah, I see
is.
that skinny. I'm like, yeah. And then you see this? I'm fat.
You're not
You're
fat.
not fat.
You're not fat.
I'm bulky. But I want to be
You're
less
big
bulky.
bone.
I'm big boy.
Big bone.
Big Majin Buu.
Yo, whatever your ex called you, bro, it's okay.
She called me her
What
gummy
did she
bear.
call you?
She called me her gummy bear before.
A gummy bear.
Yeah.
I'm a gummy bear.
Oh my god, that song.
Remember that song?
Yeah.
Wasn't it like a green creature?
Oh, I'm a
Yeah,
gummy
yeah,
bear.
Oh,
I'm a funny bear. I'm a gummy bear. I'm a funny bear. And I forgot the rest.
I really wanted him to get through that whole song.
Is that what your ex used to play?
No, she called me that. And then when she said gummy bear, I put the song Gummy Bear.
All right.
Yeah.
For anybody that doesn't know, obviously, I just got to meet you today. Well, like really get to meet you because usually we like hung out at like a club.
Yeah,
and
randomly.
randomly, and like I can't even hear what anybody is saying. So I was just like dancing.
It's like,
in, like, a
I
big
know
room.
you. I've seen you.
Yeah, I've seen you somewhere. I just
Which club?
yeah.
Which month?
Yo,
Which friends?
yeah, y'all club way more than I do. That was like my clubbing phase, pretty much.
Was?
Yeah, I don't club like that. Once I started going out with them, did I really start clubbing like Tantra, fucking.
Tantra's the vibe.
I don't even know any other name but Tantra because we've been there so many times.
Yeah.
Amadeus. That's what
Amadeus. That's one we went to.
I hate Amadeus. I hate that place.
Why? Why do you hate
Why?
Amadeus so much?
What they do to you? Did they kick you out?
I'm blacked out and I don't know how to go home, but they told me I got kicked out. So yeah.
That sounds like Edwin every weekend. That sounds like Edwin. Every story I hear of Edwin is like, oh, I blacked out. Oh, do you remember the Chicago trip?
The Chicago trip. No.
Were you at the Chicago trip?
No.
Okay, shit.
Bro. I
hear so many people went. It's like the notorious day that Edwin was like hitting on a girl.
Oh.
Veronica.
You know the
her
name.
number. Oh, I remember that name. So
damn, you vibe. I got to get that off.
Wait, was she in Chicago or from here? Or she went on a trip too?
She from Chicago. I don't know who was she. But I don't know. So I was sick. I didn't want to go clubbing. But Azeri made me drink. But I took my medicine and I told myself, fuck it, I'll drink. But then you know how when you mix your medicine and you drink, it's gonna affect you more. Yeah,
It's not healthy.
Like, and I already know what kind of drink she made chug. A Smurf up apple. I'm like, oh my! At first, I'm like, oh, it's not hitting me, so I took some more, and then I got a bottle, and then I got shots in the house. Got to the car, we took shots from the bottle. Next thing you know, I woke up, I teleported out of nowhere in our Airbnb. Like 6 in the morning, I'm like, yo, what the fuck happened? And then Maria, I didn't know her that well, but daughter Maria, she was like, you blacked out, you were drunk, we had to carry you home. I'm like, oh my
She
God.
said 3 sentences. That's it.
She's so straight up, and she's always trying to violate us in the group chat.
That's crazy
Really?
too. Like we were like in like separate rooms, and then she heard me like because the wall was so thin. She heard me. I'm like, oh Jesus. I'm like, oh damn.
What is it with Maria? I feel like Maria's always trying to cut ass on people, right? Because my mother's name is Maria. The girl
My
I'm
mom's
dating
name
is Maria.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Here's a Maria.
The girl we're talking about in the story's name is Maria.
Too many
Yeah,
Marias.
Too many Marias, man. You're the fourth Maria I know.
So you gotta go by the middle names.
Exactly.
Okay.
Maria Tamay. Yeah, it's just the timer went off.
Oh, so
No, I mean, you want me
Oh.
to start it now? I mean, it's
No,
still red.
okay. It's okay.
I guess I'll see it when it just like.
All right, just let me know. Okay. So anyway,
So, anyways, all right. This is about.
He's like,
Maria
stop talking
Tamay.
about my fuck up in Chicago.
yeah. That's in the past.
Let's switch the topic real quick. All right. Maria Tamay, so thank you for joining us on the show
Thank you
today.
for having me here.
This is a pleasure to have you. You're our first student, our first like person that's really going to school, going to college, graduated college, which is insane. How big of an achievement is that for you?
It's pretty huge because like first generation, my parents never finished like elementary school.
Yeah.
So they came here from Ecuador. Obviously, they just
Oh, you're Ecuadorian?
yeah, I'm Ecuadorian.
Oh shit, I'm Ecuadorian too.
Oh,
What's your
Ecuadorian vibe.
Yeah.
Hold up. What part?
Cuenca.
Oh no.
Mhm.
Well, we're from like Cuenca, like Biblian.
You're from Cuenca?
Somewhat. No, but you're.
Like-
I think you're from
like-
Cuenca.
Cuenca. I'm
Like
from
we're deep into Cuenca.
Paseo de los Cañares.
You see, I don't know.
See, I have no idea.
You're like, I don't know either.
I just remember the name.
No, same.
When I got lost when I was a kid, I just remember that.
No, I just be landing in the airport in Cuenca and I'm just telling my grandparents to pick me up and then.
See, that's crazy. I've never actually gone to the airport in Cuenca.
Really?
I go to Guayaquil
and
then I take a 4-hour drive. Like the worst
Cuenca.
4-hour drive you could ever imagine. Like just scary as fuck because you're
At
going
night,
through all the
right?
mountains and shit. Yeah, and at night.
crazy.
And you feel like you're gonna fall off the mountain at any moment. with
Because
this
they go like
gas-
this.
Yeah. And they don't give a fuck, bro. Like I feel like this bus hasn't even been checked in like 10 years. It's like
Wait, you
fucking-
go on the buses?
Yeah,
Like,
I go on the I go hard. Like
and your things never got stolen?
no.
What?
Thank God. I didn't even know that was a thing.
I feel like they steal things there.
Shit, maybe. Fuck, probably. Maybe I've been going since I was a kid.
Oh.
So like I really started when I was a kid. I'd go for like a month or like 2 months in the summertime.
Yeah, it'd be like that when you're
By myself though. I'd go on the plane by myself. I'd go on the bus with my grandparents.
I was gonna say, wait, you went in the bus
By
in Ecuador by yourself? That's so scary.
That is scary. So I did go one time they rented me a van so I could just go on the van by myself. They said it was like cheaper, affordable. But I also got there in 3 hours instead of 4 hours. So
okay, that's
yeah. Because if not, like you want to take a piss but you can't.
Oh, where they
Exactly.
Don't have bathrooms. in there.
And the only thing that kept me going was the movies that they would put on.
The fake ass.
Yeah, the fake ass like English dubbed Spanish.
But you can't
movies.
even hear it, right? Because it's
No,
like
so you
just mouth it or like
Exactly. So I would make sure I'm the first one on that bus since I was a kid, and I would sit as close to the screen as I could so I could hear.
What movies do you remember?
I mean, Matrix.
Oh
The Matrix. I think that was one of the first times I've seen The Matrix, which is like, you ever see that movie?
no.
Oh my god.
Yo, me, the Maria.
Oh my.
I have a lot of movies I need to watch. You know that I just watched The Wizard of Oz for the first time in my life, like last week.
And then I watched Titanic.
That's insane. You never watched
Okay, no,
Titanic?
that's different.
And then I watched Titanic.
You
That's
said Wizard of
different.
Oz and then Titanic. I think they're both equally.
No,
No,
I never-
Titanic is legendary.
Must
I
watch.
watched that or the other one, Love Letter, Love Note. I don't know.
The Notebook?
The
There you
Notebook.
go, the Notebook. And
The
then watch that
Notebook?
either.
Watch
The Notebook.
Oh, you
Notebook.
should watch The Notebook.
You should.
You should watch it with a shorty though, bro. I'm not gonna front.
Or Sad Boy Hours.
You got.
Nah, Sad Boys, nah, I gotta do watch it with Shorty.
You gotta watch what?
I am gonna watch
Needs
it
to
with
watch it
Shorty.
with someone.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it soon.
Yeah, don't watch it by yourself. Watch it with a shorty.
Word.
Watch it with a girl you really, really like though.
Veronica.
Veronica.
Yo.
From Chicago, Veronica, if you're listening.
He wants to watch The Notebook.
Yo, Veronica, if you're out there listening, all right, from Chicago.
Yo, my Instagram is at
Edwin-
Edwin CHUYA, CHUYAAA. Follow me. I still didn't forget, whatever.
At all Veronicas.
All right, we totally missed the point, which was graduating from college.
Yes.
All right, we got through a whole Ecuadorian phase, but I mean, we still get to learn more about you, right? So yeah, graduating college because I'm a big believer in like people and like just thinking college is a scam,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
So I'm one of those people because of like all the debt, because like I feel like they don't really teach you like the things that you should really know to go out and live in the world, like your finances, how to budget,
Mhm.
you know, how to like buy a house, like all these things. They don't teach you any of that. Stocks, investments,
yeah.
trading,
Real
like,
estate.
like
Nothing.
all of that.
real estate, how to finance a car, how to lease a car, how your credit cards work. Like they don't teach you any of that shit. They just teach you, oh
They
hey,
teach you Pythagorean theorem, but fuck that up now.
Pythagorean theorem. Yeah,
Yeah,
that is.
Pythagorean
It is. I never used that shit in my life.
Yeah.
Never used that shit in my
I
life.
don't.
And I know A squared plus B squared equals C squared.
It does.
It's just ABC. That's all. The only way I remember that. But
Past algebra.
so yeah. So being the first, what made you want to go to college? Why did you take on like the dental? Why'd you want to be a dentist? What inspired you to be a dentist actually? And go to school for it?
So when I went to college, I didn't know what I wanted to do in my life. And that was overwhelming because it's like you see everyone choosing their majors.
Mhm.
And I was like, okay, I'm going to just go with pre-health because I knew I wanted to be in the health field just because my mom had a lot of health issues when I was younger. So I always served as a translator for her because like that Spanish-English barrier.
Yeah.
So I don't know, like as a child, I was like speaking to doctors, like, what does this mean? Or like, why does she need this surgery kind of things? And then I just realized though that I didn't really like medicine because it's like so, how do I explain it? Like all these doctors kind of do is like they see you for like 2 minutes, prescribe you a medication and buy like, hopefully the meds work. Like it's very pharmacy based and I don't like that. Like I'm more hands-on. Like I want to see like a difference. I don't want to wait like, oh, hopefully this medicine doesn't react with your liver like incorrectly, things like that. So then I remember like when I was younger, I always had an excellent experience with dentists. Like I personally found it like one of the funnest places in the world because like
that's actually kind of true because I feel like a lot of people find it like so they're terrifying.
Yeah,
like a lot of people, even in the movies, they make it like seem like everybody's like they're gonna
extract your teeth for no reason. Like it's not like that. I mean, when I went the first time, like I remember my real experience was because I chipped my front tooth. So actually, this tooth is like chipped. Like,
really?
Yeah.
Because you have perfect teeth.
Yeah.
Braces.
My teeth are fucked up, and I had braces too.
But retainers. You're not using retainers.
I have a permanent retainer on the bottom of my thing, which is dope because my shits would be fucked up by now, and I never use the top retainers. Because when I do, they hurt, and I feel like they make my breath smell bad too.
Because you don't wash them, maybe?
No, I wash them. I brush them with the thingy. What is it? Toothbrush.
You're disrespecting my career.
No. Word. What's the actual name? What's the actual name?
I'm on the spot. I feel like I'm next to a doctor right now.
A toothbrush, the floss.
You know what's one thing I know the dentists hate? And it's something that I do almost every day. Eating ice.
Oh, yes. You're ruining your teeth.
Yeah. How does that actually go about ruining your teeth?
Well, what I learned about it is like the way that ice is, its texture is very... Oh, do I wait?
Good?
Yes, fine.
All right.
Okay. So like ice, the more you munch on it, you're ruining like the structure of your teeth in the back. So we each have little cusp, right? The way your molars are so you could bite and like tear food, like bite your steak kind of thing.
Yeah.
And the more you keep chewing ice, like you're ruining that structure. So it's kind of like becoming flat or like uneven, which isn't good because then that messes up your bite. So when you have a messed up bite, that's like why a lot of people get headaches and things like that because you're not aligned properly.
Yeah.
So ice could cause that. And ice is like also kind of linked to anemia somehow. But I don't think you have anemia. But I
don't.
There's like
I think that's related
a lot
to
of
anemia.
No. Okay.
No, it's just like different theories that they have behind it. But like it's like chewing gum. Like obviously chewing gum is okay, it's fine, but chewing it excessively, like it's like when you do things excessively, like extra. You're ruining like your jaw, like you're not ruining it, but you're kind of messing it up because you're forcing your jaw to keep like chewing things for hours. So
that ruins your jaw?
It doesn't ruin your jaw, but like you can eventually develop like pain there or like aches.
Really? Because
Yeah.
the way a lot of UFC fighters and mixed martial artists, like in my gym, we chew gum excessively, especially in the back, because it's like a workout for our jaw.
Yeah, and then you guys have firm jaws.
And then that's why when we get hit, like it's supposed to give you not a weak jaw. When you get hit on it, you're more susceptible to not getting knocked out, and the neck muscles. So it's like they try to just chew like pretty much what much more can you do besides like.
Right, it depends on people too, though, because like if you already have like pre-existing, like let's say when you fell when you were younger or something, and like you fell on your face, like your development was obviously hindered because you probably have an uneven like jaw joints. So that's why like sometimes chewing gum for them is not good because you're gonna develop like a clicking sound or a popping sound.
Yeah,
it's called like TMJ. But like let's say like chewing gum is obviously fine because dentists recommend, but like you want to chew like the sugar-free ones.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure. I think the UFC ones are sugar-free or no?
I don't know. I mean, the people I train with, they just chew gum. They just chew a lot of gum. I used to chew a lot of gum too. Where I would literally get just one piece of Orbit, put it on the right side of my mouth, and then I get another piece of Orbit and put it on my left side of my mouth, and I would just make sure I'm chewing both.
I mean, that's good though, because you're doing like you're working both muscles at the same time instead of like doing it uneven. Yeah, that's when like problems happen because like let's say this one's more like stronger and then this one's weaker, so it's things like that.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Also, since you're so fucking knowledgeable,
I'm not that knowledgeable.
This girl I'm dating, she had like a root canal mishaps or whatever, and her whole fucking face just got so swollen. Yeah. So
did she take antibiotics?
Yeah.
Did she finish them?
Yeah.
Like she took them, like she finished all that they were given, because some people take antibiotics and they stop.
Since we were going through the whole coronavirus, like, you know, this whole situation where she can't even go out, it's hard for her to even get like medical assistance.
Yeah.
Because right now they're all gone, and a lot of people, she has Fidelis care.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't accept that.
I have Fidelis too.
You have Fidelis too? Yeah, they're good. I mean, I got that too.
They're good for dental work.
Yeah, so that's what the lady told her, but like nobody was willing to accept her. So she went to the emergency room because she had extraordinary amount of pain, and then her face swelled up or whatever. So they had to like put like a drain in her.
Yeah, like drain the abscess or something.
Exactly. But yeah, pretty much.
But did they complete the root canal?
I believe so. I think she just did it last week or this.
So she has like a crown there.
I think she has to pay extra to put the crown on.
So what's it closed with? Or like it's just
showing right now. I think it's just showing.
Well, okay.
Which is not good, right?
Yeah, because like
I hear an infection.
No, exactly. Because like let's say, like when you have a root canal, right? There's like the reason root canals are expensive is because there's 3 different phases to it. So you get a root canal, then you get a post, and then you get a crown. And it's like the root canal is just like covering your root, right? You no longer have a root in your tooth. Like they take out the root, so you have no nerve there. You don't sense anything. And then the way they close it is they use like, they're called gutta percha. It's like some little, they look like paper. It looks like paper, but the way our body like takes it, like metabolize it, like it's structure. And then you close it with the post. It's like a little I don't know, like a tool that you guys use to like nail things or something, whatever. And then they close that, and then they put like a temporary crown or something. But if you don't have like something stable there, like there's the food that you eat can go in there or something. Like that's when you start to get more infection, because it's like, as much as you clean it, as much as you clean it, you're still going to have all these things in there. Like as much as we clean our teeth, we're still going to have bacteria in our teeth. That's why you got to do it like 2 times a day. Yeah. So that's why people recommend, like, I mean, you have to get a crown just so like for herself, like to prevent any other infection, because our blood is there. Like we have a lot of capillaries.
Exactly. That's what I'm like, yo, she spent $3,600. Yeah. Just for them not to put a crown on.
She spent $3,600 for a root canal. That's bread.
That's bread, right? That's bread.
That's Canon R6 money.
That's Canon R6.
Who that?
That's 3 vacations.
That is.
That's 3 vacations.
It's like 3 vacations to Cancun.
No, I told her, I'm like, fuck, that shit sucks. And I told her, and she was able to go on like a Thursday, but she had work. She's like, no, I'll do it for Monday. She couldn't wait. She couldn't wait. After the Thursday, I think on Saturday, she's like, fuck it, this shit isn't excruciating. Yeah. It's not worth it. She's like, I don't care how much I gotta pay. So now she's gonna go to her other dentist. They told her she needs to take out all her wisdom teeth too, because they're gonna fuck her up. They're like all crooked and shit.
Yeah, they're impacted.
They're impacted. That shit sucks. But I'm gonna record the shit out of her when they put her on that.
Insurance should cover that though.
Yeah. So that's why she's gonna go. I guess they finished that, and now she's gonna go get the cap through her other insurance, and then get all 4 pulled out. So she got a lot of dental work to get done.
At least she's out of pain though.
Yeah, right? Because that shit was horrifyingly terrible.
Is she still swollen? Or was it there at the time that she was
it was just 2 weeks ago. It was for like a few days. But once they drained it, the swelling really, really came down. They gave her a lot of antibiotics. And she also eats pretty healthy and shit. So I feel like that helps.
It does help.
I know, you're just giving me this blank stare, bro.
He's like, root canal. See, you gotta take care of your teeth. 6-month cleanings.
6 months cleanings.
You're right, but I'm still gonna eat ice regardless. So,
yeah. Oh yeah, those whole poems don't fucking eat ice, but Edwin doesn't give a shit.
It's alright. I'll be treating his teeth. I'll see.
Exactly,
I'll see how it came out.
We're gonna have to pull all of them out and put brand new ones in.
We're gonna replay this in a few years and be like, I'm gonna still chew.
You're gonna be like, I'm still gonna chew you on my brand new teeth.
Imagine that.
We're gonna be robots by then. It's okay.
Like stable teeth.
But anyway, so how has your journey been on like just this whole dental thing? Like,
It's honestly been hard. I feel like a lot of people that like see me in school, they think it's like, oh, okay, like you made it. Like it must have been easy kind of thing, but it wasn't, because like if you think about it, like a common girl coming from Queens, like you don't have a lot of connections.
Sorry.
I'm back and ready.
What were we asking about again?
Like I guess my journey towards where I am now.
Yeah, towards dental school and everything.
Yeah, so it wasn't easy because I like I said, my parents, like nobody in my family are professionals or like doctors. Like who do I go to and be like, oh, how do I get into dental school? Like what do I need to do? It's like I had to search it all on my own and try to develop these connections. And my school kind of sucked because they prioritized medical students instead of dental students. Wow. Like it was like a lot of help to them. Like, oh, here's this mentor or do this internship. And like me, it was more like outside searching Google, like hoping that I can get something. Like the way that I landed my job as a dental assistant was first volunteering. And that was by just printing out my resume and going like all over Jackson Heights and Corona.
Ooh, hustling, yes.
Yeah, I was like, hey, like this is me. Like I'm starting college. Like I want to learn more for free. Like I had to emphasize I'm not looking to get paid. And at that time, like it was weird because I used to work in high school. So now it's like I'm not working. My dad wanted me to prioritize school, but I was like, that's so weird. Like I still have time. Like I need to do something with my life.
Yeah.
And so there was only one person that said yes to me, and that was where I was working, Dr. Torres.
Dr. Torres.
Dr. Torres.
Thank you,
Shout out to
Torres.
Dr. Torres.
Shout out to you.
Shout out to you. So she was literally the only one that said, yeah, come in Thursday. Like we need some help, like to train you or whatever. And when I got there, like ever since like the first day, like she taught me like more than anyone else would teach you. And I think it was because she understood that I was a minority as well. So she's Colombian. So she was like, oh, like it's been hard. But she did her dental school in Colombia and then came here. But then she didn't know much either about like, oh, this is what you need for school. Like you need to take these classes. You need to do these things. So I still had to search that on my own. But like meanwhile, like I still had someone telling me about like the clinical side and non-clinical. Like I learned both about like doing procedures as well as how to run a business, like how to run the dental office. That's
good. That's really important.
Yeah. And like talking to insurances, talking even to patients about money, like trying to convince them to get their treatment. Cause a lot of people are like $3,000. Like, why would I pay that?
Why would I pay that?
Yeah.
Shit?
So you're like, bro, like you need it. Like, it's not just because we're trying. A lot of people think you're trying to take your money, but it's not like that.
That's what I believe. I'm one of those people.
Until like you bring out the theory, like let's like sometimes I would have to sit there and draw things for them. Like, this is your tooth. This is how infected it is. Like, this is why you need this. But so things like that. So during college, I worked for her like part-time, and then I still looked for internships. And I was pretty much lucky to land I don't know how they call it. It's like a career development program for like CUNYs.
In school? Okay. For CUNYs?
For CUNYs. So it's just for first generation. So you're paired with a mentor. And I got paired with a mentor that's a lawyer, which obviously is a completely different scope. But these people had connections with so many other people in the city. So it was really cool. Like we would meet at Goldman Sachs. Like,
that's dope.
Like on Saturdays, like we'd have meetings in like the city in like random cool buildings. And so she taught me a lot as well, not just like dentistry, because obviously she didn't know much, but more of like leadership skills, how to communicate effectively, how to network and things like that.
So how would you, if you were talking to another dental student right now, how would you tell them to communicate? Like what would you have learned to communicate effectively?
To another dental student?
Yeah.
It's like, they have to be more clear and like when they're talking. Like right now I'm doing something bad. I can't be saying like a lot.
I say like so many times. Yeah. Or if you know what I'm saying, I say that so many fucking times.
Or like those pauses. Like you kind of don't want to do that because it doesn't show a lot of confidence. So when you're talking to like other patients, you want to come out as like
as clear as you
can, as like more outspoken and like you know what you're saying. So like you always have to bring confidence even if you're faking it. That's a huge thing she taught me. Like, you know, you might not know everything, but if you come out like understanding, like you take the time to listen to them, like that's when you're like building all these ideas in your head, and that's where you like get this confidence when you're replying to them, which is like easier said than done at times. But things like that, or just, you know, being mindful of people's time. Like if somebody said like, oh yeah, email me tomorrow, like you're going to email them at that time. Like don't wait like another week kind of thing. Yeah. Don't like let things linger for longer or just
procrastinate. That's what I do so much.
I used to procrastinate a lot, but now I have like these whole schedules of like Google Calendar. That's what got me through school. Or like even now I like to visualize things as like, okay, I need to do this for an hour and do that, or like save extra time, because then I feel like I'm just not doing anything, being unproductive. Yeah. Even though I am. But
that's literally pretty much what I do. But I like your journey where pretty much you went out and you hustled. You got you volunteer work, literally, right? You just printed out your resume. You walked from spot to spot telling me, hey, this is who I am. This is what I do. This is what I like to become. Yeah. That's what I like a lot of, or like entrepreneurial people, right? You know, like be okay with working for free when, you know, be better off with getting the education and the experience that comes from working for free, right? Actually absorb something from somebody you want to learn from. So like pretty much your mentor was like almost like Torres. Yeah. Right? Like Dr. Torres. Yeah, right? Torres. Yeah, Dr. Torres. No, she earns that doctor name. But yeah, so like for me, pretty much with bartending, like I got really lucky, but also I did realize like the person I was working for was high up there. Like they had a vision. Yeah. And they were like, we want to be the best, and this is how we're going to be the best. And he had really good team skills, like putting a team together and making us all work together, like in a union where we all visualize what we wanted to do, what we want to become. We wanted to be the best restaurant in New York City. And this is how we're going to do it, you know? So it's like,
those are the kind of people you want
to work for, you know what I'm saying? And you're cool with working them for free. You're cool with taking a pay cut. Cause when I was working at that restaurant, when it first opened up, I was working for minimum wage. We were making no tips. Yeah. But every day it felt like a college course, because we'd go and we'd get this big ass binder and it'd be like, oh, here, this is what India looks like. These are all the regions in India. This is how the food is linked to what we're about to say. This is how the drinks is linked. Yeah. So it's just like, this is how wine and beer is made. Like we'd have like pretty much classes so that we can actually sit here and have a conversation with the guests that come into the restaurant. And also like a change in mentality of like how we see people, not as like customers, as like money machines. Yeah. But as like people who are coming down to sit at pretty much your mom's home, like your mother's home.
Like, I never thought of it like that.
Right? Yeah. So it's like chefs that think like that are the ones that really care about how the person feels while they're eating, and where they're eating, more importantly, like the environment. And then the people that are surrounding you, because like the server, as charismatic as they'd be, they have to check up on you. They got to make sure you got your water. They want to make sure they can answer any questions. Or what we try to do is we really try to, like we'll take a drink, for example, right? And we'll ask you questions about things that you like. Like, oh, do you like sour? Or what's your favorite drink?
I don't really have
What do you like to drink a lot?
Watermelon margaritas.
Watermelon margaritas? So then if I had like a watermelon drink, I'd be like, here, I can make you like, or I'll just say I can make you a watermelon margarita. Or I'd be like, do you like the fruity taste of the watermelon? Yes. Right? And then you kind of like a strong or like a sour taste. Like, do you want something that's like refreshing, fruity?
Oh, you're asking me now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
A stronger taste.
A stronger taste? Yeah. So cool. So then I would make you like a refreshing, fruity, spirit forward taste. Like cocktail or something, right? Yeah. Just kind of like really cater it to your...
It's very creative. Like you have to like think on the spot as well as just like create something new. It's like when you tell like a bartender, like just surprise me or like get me a drink kind of thing. Like, what do you think when people tell you that? What? Has everyone just been like, oh, just surprise me?
All the time. All the time they come in. They're like, what's the best drink on the menu? Yeah. So like the bartender that trained me, he pretty much always told people like, nah, that's not how we do things. Like straight to the client, like be like, hey, like we just like straight up ask them like, what do you like to drink? Like every drink on our menu is the best drink. You know what I'm saying? But what do you like to drink? Like, what do you like? Like, what do you look forward to when you're having your cocktail? You know what I'm saying? What are you looking forward to maybe today? Like, or do you like strong drinks? Like, do you like old fat? Like, people know like old classic cocktails. So we know the classic cocktails too. And we know how to make them. So we know how one of those cocktails could fit into our menu. And then we'd be like old fashioned. You know what old fashioned is? I know he knows what old fashioned is. I love old fashioned.
I'm thinking like...
It's just bourbon, sugar, and like a cherry and like orange bitters, and it's just like stirred into like a glass.
How does that taste?
It's like an orangey strong spirit forward taste, like bourbon taste. Okay. Yeah, it's a strong drink. It's like for old fashioned people.
Old fashioned,
pretty much called old fashioned, right? It's my favorite drink too. So we had a drink on the menu called Smoke and Spice. Okay. Where we take a few different scotches and we'd blend it together, and it was pretty much an Indian recipe of what we made for people that like old fashions. So when somebody be like, oh, I like an old fashioned, so then we know, okay, boom, you like old fashioned, this is what you should have. This is what's the best drink for you.
It's like based off it.
Yeah, exactly. It's based off that drink. So
that's
like,
so cool. Yeah, one of my goals kind of was like, so I don't really drink a lot, or like I want to be able to like old fashioned or like try different kind of drinks, like not the basic like margaritas or like mojitos, like try like, I don't know, these bougie drinks, like just know what they are.
Oh yeah, okay. For classics, you should honestly, I actually have a book right here where you just open it up.
Oh, gonna teach myself.
You want to take it out? Yeah, I mean, sure, real quick.
Crash course.
I'll take it out because I know where.
Crash course bartending right now.
Okay.
Shit.
Oh.
Pretty much. See, like right here, this is how the guy made like every single cocktail.
Daiquiri.
Yeah. So like you can literally just look through there. Look through what?
Daiquiri or
daiquiri?
Daiquiri.
Daiquiri. Daiquiris. These dicks.
A perfect daiquiri. You haven't seen daiquiri now.
But that's why like even my cocktails are like just funny. Like I try to like make them like relatable, but like also kind of like in like a comical form, like just funny.
That's good.
Like Big Dick Energy. Yeah, I named the
coming
drink
soon.
Big Dick Energy coming soon.
Speaking of drinks, we do actually have one drink right here, made from a bartender right here, George, which is called Hennessy's
Naughty Sister.
Naughty Sister. There you go.
Ooh.
Hennessy's Naughty Sister.
Yeah, all right. It tastes like a shot.
No.
Right
it doesn't even look like Hennessy, so that's like cool. Oh, it has rose, right?
Yeah, so it's kind of like a light, refreshing, fruit forward rose kind of drink. It's got strawberries. It's blended with fresh strawberries. It's got Hennessy. It's got almond milk.
Fresh strawberries.
You see, guys, almond milk.
Almond milk. Thank you. I'm lactose intolerant.
You like? That's why I put almond milk in it. You know what I'm saying? For people that are lactose intolerant.
Yo, you're the 7th person.
It's got a little bit of ginger powder in there. It's got some cinnamon and some nutmeg.
It's like that whole
spices.
thing. Like, how do you know what to mix in there? Like, what won't make us like taste weird?
The best way that I like to like make cocktails is pretty much. It's a big thing about your first year, just always tasting everything you make. So you'll take like a little straw and you'll like dip it in, and then you'll just like taste it, and you can see like the flavors that break up in your mouth, right? So like this one, you should taste.
There's a whole science with the flavors that break up in your mouth.
Pretty much like mixology or whatever.
Yeah,
but it's really just like experimenting. That's why taste strawberries, should be a little Hennessy, coconut's in there too, a little bit of coconut syrup.
It's like strawberry smoothie. When I first tried it, I'm like, oh, strawberry smoothie. I love strawberry.
So you should taste ginger. You should taste maybe like strawberry, then coconut, and then ginger at the end.
I taste the coconut.
Yeah. The way my boss taught me is when you're tasting things, your tongue, right? All the little buds on your tongue, they're like tennis balls, right? And then when something like touches that, it like smooths through all those tennis balls, and it just gives you different kinds of flavors. But they're reaffirming all the things you can taste. You can only taste sour, spice, sweet, sour, spice, sweet, bitter, and then there was one more. I totally forgot about it. Sour, sweet,
on like
spice,
the tongue,
bitter.
There's different parts of the tongue where you can taste like sour and sweet, or like sweet, like it's like in the back of it.
So that's why it's like when you take a sip, you really want to like almost brush it. Like you see a lot of wine people, they almost like brush their teeth with the wine, so they really get like a mouth feel of everything they've just tasted. Because the craziest thing about wine enthusiasts, they call sommeliers, is they need to take an exam.
Yes.
And the only way to pass this exam is they get 3 glasses or 5 glasses, depending on their level, in front of them. They have to smell it, and they have to look at it, smell it, and taste it. And they have to give you the grape, the region, the valley that it was produced in,
the year
too.
That's crazy.
Yeah, all that shit just based off looking, smelling, and tasting. Right? You can look at it, and then when you smell it, you can smell like thousands of different like aromas, right? But you can only taste 5. So you're reaffirming all the things that you smelled when you taste it.
That's such a cool thing.
It's crazy, right? It's dope as fuck.
You see, that's like I think a lot of people miss that. Like there's such like a whole like feel to drinks and cocktails. It's not just like drink it, get drunk. It's more like that's what I want to do. Like I want to drink it and like actually know what it is or like be able to talk about it kind of thing.
Exactly, right?
That's so cool.
Well, that's why I let you try this. You know what I'm saying? Like,
teach me more. What do I need to know?
Well, I mean, that's pretty much it. It's like that's just one of the many drinks, and then also get you lit because it got Henny in there, which is a brandy. Yeah, I don't know. I'm a total nerd. I was bartending for 3 years. That was my trade. That's what I did.
Did you always bartend at the same spot?
Pretty much for the most part. That's where I learned it. That's where I picked it up, and that's where I was at. I became like the head bartender.
Wow.
Yeah, so I was really in charge of like trying to make get all the produce together, make sure I had like new ideas for new cocktails, and I'd always pitch it to my boss. And like for the first year, my boss would just throw down like every single. Like just reject every cocktail idea I had. Like
really?
Garbage. Yeah. Until I finally had like an actual good idea. Because his drinks were amazing, right? And they were very methodical, right? He would put a lot of thought into it. So like for these drinks, I try to put as much thought into it as I could, but also have like that flavor variety in there.
Yeah.
So like you're tasting maybe like 4 or 5 different things. You'll get lit, and maybe you can resonate with it, or like you'll find it like kind of funny, like clever or some shit. So it's like you'll remember that experience.
Hell yeah.
You know, so that's what I try to do. Trying to do that.
Would you think he's your mentor then?
Oh, he's definitely my mentor. Hands down, 1000%. That is my mentor. Yeah. I can like, that's what I did is, I didn't start as a bartender. I started as a busser at the restaurant. So then I would just watch and I would observe everything and I would learn. And I took the pay cut because I really wanted to be a server. Yeah. And I wanted that money upgrade. But it told me, yo, take a step back. You're reaching a new level in this restaurant game. So just learn, just kind of like you did, right?
Yeah.
Like you humbled yourself. You're like, fuck it, I'm gonna just take my shit. I'm gonna go around. I'm gonna throw my like resume down, and I'm gonna ask, and I'm gonna see the person who accepts me would be the person I'm more than willing to work for.
Yeah.
Right.
Because it's like they saw something.
They took a chance. Yeah, they see something in you. You know. So it's like you establish that connection. And I feel like a lot of people should do that. And I feel like going to school doesn't really get you that.
It doesn't.
You know?
Because like going back to my school journey, like I was pretty much the only person that I knew that was trying to be a dental student that actually had the experience or had a chance to do all that. They're like, how did you land that? Like, how do you do that? I'm like, literally go out and ask dentists. Like these dentists are looking for help, or they were in your position one day. Yeah. And that's how I think of like mentors. They were there before. They didn't know shit either.
Exactly.
And then they asked for help. And obviously, if they're like nice, they're gonna try to help you too. They're trying to help the community. I mean, they should. They're trying to be leaders.
Exactly. My biggest thing was that I got said no to so many times, like at least 10, 12 different times before I got my job. You know what I'm saying? Just like, nope.
Exactly.
Nope. And then at the end of the day, I thought about it. I'm like, those are just the people I don't want to work for.
Yeah.
So why am I going to keep trying? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to look for the one that actually sees something in me, which is what I felt during my interview. Mm-hmm. And at the end of the day, the general manager ended up talking me out of... He told me, yo, quit your job. He's like, fuck that other job. Come work for us full time. I don't give a shit. He really walked me down to a room. Pretty much forced me, bro. He just told me, like, yo... Yeah, pretty much just forced me. I didn't really have a choice. Like, I looked at him like, what the fuck am I going to say? No.
You're like, I like this adrenaline. I'm going to just do this.
Like, you got it, bro. So I went the next day. I just quit my last job. So I I'm putting all the chips in one basket. Uh-huh. That's what I did.
Take a leap of faith.
Take a leap of faith, bro. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. Especially if you're living with your parents. Don't be fucking scared to try new shit.
Oh, hell yeah.
Like, when you got bills, all right, it's different, but...
Do it now.
Yeah, but do it now that you can. So it's like school. So yeah, school is good for dental. Becoming dentists. But you do need it, like you said, you didn't get all the help. So you need to take it in your own hands. Yes,
I had to do other internships or look elsewhere. I pretty much had a great experience. I did an internship.
How about the school aspect of just like balancing school and work? It was
what I liked about my boss was she was very understanding. Like I came in there telling her like I'm a college student, like I need to focus on my sciences if I want to get there, and she completely understood. She was like let's say I want to pick up an extra shift. She was like, do you have any exams this week, or like what's coming up? And I'm like, I have this or that. She's like, like focus on that first. Like I really appreciated that.
She was really hands on.
Yeah, that's crazy. So I still like go and help her. What happened?
No, I'm just saying that's so crazy. That she was just so hands on.
She was very. I'm dead. No, she was
not like hands on, but like
she was very involved.
Yeah,
like she really wanted to see me do things. So I got lucky in that aspect where I was able to balance things, and I pretty much it was something to look forward to. It was like, oh, I'm learning all these biology things for no reason too, because college is a scam sometimes. You could easily finesse like your way through college if you know what professors to take or like what classes to take.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Me too. But like I did learn because obviously you still need to take a standardized exam to get into school.
Yeah, exactly. But
So
the standard tests were type easier for me. The
They're
only
scary.
thing I like the things that brought my grade down weren't the exams. It was more of homework not being on time, not going to class.
That's true.
Those three things fucked me up 30%, so I could only get a C.
So I could only C's get degrees.
C's get
degrees.
Yeah, and that's what I thought about. I'm like, for the people that work so hard for their A, because they put in so much time to get that A, and they feel so proud of it. But I'm like, the person that got the C, and you got the A, at the end of the day, you're getting the same degree. Y'all both graduated.
Yeah.
Did that A really matter? That all that extra effort really matter?
It would look good in their resume and all that.
You know what I'm saying? If you get a scholarship, it would look
whatever.
it would look good. Scholarship, you need that, but like,
I mean,
do you really need that?
I mean,
how about you? How about you for like loans? Yeah, I was gonna ask you that.
So
very important.
I got lucky in college wise that I didn't pay for school because I got financial aid.
Cool. So you went to CUNY first.
Yeah,
for
I
4
went
years?
to CUNY. I went to Hunter. Yeah, I went to Hunter College in this city, and I got.
So you got a free education. Yeah,
I got a free education. They paid me basically. They gave me money back.
That's good. Did you pay for your books?
What books? You can use textbooks online.
Like that.
That's
like
the
that.
thing.
Smart.
All these
She's
people.
smart.
Like,
What books?
She's finessing.
Yeah,
She's
I'm telling you,
finessing.
gotta finesse the system. You just gotta look for.
Oh my
there's like
God.
websites that you could find free PDFs and things like that, or like
Yo.
they'll be like, "You really need this?" It's like, "Do you
Mhm.
really like go the 2 weeks and see if you actually need it?" And like, I pretty much like these people are like, get it, they use it for like a week and that's it. Like it's a waste of money. Like why would you pay $200 for a textbook?
For a textbook that
you're
you're
never gonna use.
Yeah, I was
You're
one
not
of those
gonna read the whole
people.
thing. No, I wasn't.
Yeah, no, you were smarter because I tried to look for it online, couldn't find it. If I did, it would just become too much of a hassle. Where I was like, "Fuck, I'm gonna open a book now," or like even on Amazon, my books would get stolen.
On Amazon?
Yeah, I'd buy them and they'd get stolen.
Like delivery?
Yeah, deliver and somebody would steal my books.
They're still textbooks.
Fucking assholes. Bro.
Textbooks.
Textbooks.
Not
I was
Out of all things.
just a kid trying to get through school.
I blame it on my neighbors.
Blame it on my neighbor.
No, I didn't really buy textbooks or things like that.
So how about like, did you ever think about the money on becoming? Actually, that's like, is that like a big misconception or is it true? Where like I feel like a lot of people believe that dental school is where the money's at.
I think so. Money did become an aspect just when I was selecting a school, not in the sense of like, it's weird because I never thought of my career. Like, I know I'm going to make money. Like, I know dentists make like 6 figures, but that wasn't like a motivating thing to me. I felt like I was still satisfied just having like the doctor title because I earned it.
Yeah.
I worked my way to it. But when it came to school, what was the deciding factor was how much it cost because dental school is expensive.
Yeah.
It's so much money. And
So right now, are you paying for it?
I'm taking out loans.
Taking out loans?
Yeah, and health professional loans are expensive.
How much are they?
So for my school, I'm taking out like 70.
70,000?
Yeah, a year.
And then how much do you get interest?
I wish I knew. It's like
You wish
5,
you knew,
5,
like
6, 7.
5, 6, 7%?
Mhm.
That's not too bad.
I mean, they
That's
start
compared to
charging
20%, 23%. Is what
Yeah,
other people
that's
are
a
doing?
lot. I don't know where they got 20%. But you see, that's the best side because in college, I don't have loans to begin with.
And
So
do you do that every year? So you have to take 70,000 for 4 years?
yeah, and that's pretty cheap compared to other schools because the other one I want to go to was NYU, and both these schools gave me scholarships. But even with the scholarships, it wouldn't have been enough. Like it's still very expensive. But NYU is like got to take out like 120 a year, and that's a lot. So like graduating owing like $500,000, like imagine working all that time just to pay off your loans.
And that's my question is like for people who've gotten that far, like why make them pay 70 times 4?
Because this economy.
$280,000 for an education that people need, and I feel like there aren't that many of them.
Because it's all a business.
That's fucking scam.
It is.
Big scam.
Fucking scam. You know what I'm saying? You don't need $280,000 plus the interest they're gonna collect on them. You're good enough collecting the $70,000.
Like if anything, we're doing the work for the freaking community. Like we're helping.
Scam.
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 They're the biggest scammer ever. Out
It's
there.
all a business.
But see, even you're in it and you recognize that it's a scam, but you're still in it because you believe in what you want to do.
Yeah.
And this is just a little hurdle or like a little bump on the road for you.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah,
it's it's gonna happen. I feel like everyone's gonna have money issues. Everyone's gonna have problems unless you're Jeff Bezos? Like you have Bezos.
A hustler, bro. That dude. I think he went to college, dropped out, started his own company when he was like young.
That's the whole
made
thing.
No money.
You just have to hustle. You need the hustle mentality.
You have to believe.
So it's like, okay, I graduate. You have your doctorate degree. Now it's like, what are you gonna do with it? Like
So do you want to open up your own practice?
I do, but not right away.
Not as soon as you graduate.
No, okay. Because I'd rather. So one of my biggest things is traveling. I really want to travel. So once I graduate, obviously, I will have. One of my goals is to work as an associate at a practice, which means I would just get like a cut or what I'm doing, which is still a lot. And I would still have the time to go do things that I want, which is traveling, which is what I like about dentistry because you could balance a lot of things. Like you have a whole family, but I don't want a family till like I'm 30-ish.
So you're 30-ish? Well, how old are you now?
I'm 22.
You're 22?
I'm 22.
What?
Yeah.
I am 22.
Does that math even make sense? Hold up.
Yeah, it makes sense.
It does make sense. Okay,
does
shit.
It?
Hold up. Yeah, it does make sense. Okay, you graduated at 18.
Yeah.
And then 22, you got your bachelor's. No, wait, hold up.
Got my bachelor's at 21.
Yeah, 21.
21,
Yeah,
graduated 21.
When's your birthday?
December 2nd.
Oh, okay, you're the late. Okay.
Late birthday,
You're
yeah.
the late birthday. I'm like, dude, there's a whole year missing. Where'd the whole year go?
My mom said start school ASAP.
Yeah, start school right now. No breaks for you.
No, literally.
Shit.
So I've been in school for years.
Shit. No, I went right out of. I did my first year in St. Francis College. My mom paid that whole school off, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm never doing that shit again." Yeah.
What did she think of that?
Private school. What?
What did she think of that?
Spending that amount of money. Honestly, it was kind of my and her investment because I told her to invest in some real estate, and she got like some tax money from my uncle, so she used that money towards my college education, and then I was like, "Yeah, this is not
for me.
It's not really working out. I want to take a break." Then I got into this relationship, and then
relationships
fuck you up, bro.
Mess you up your whole
they be messing up your education.
But I don't blame it. Why you got a story?
Somewhat. You're like,
somewhat of a story. Yeah, I want to know the tea. What the fuck? I really want to know the tea.
Relationship.
Yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much what I like to do. I like to talk to you about your hustle, and then how your social life, affects your hustle or what you're doing right now.
It does.
And how like somebody can learn from that.
So,
who's this toxic ex?
No, you see, they were all toxic.
No, I was toxic.
I was toxic at one point too, though.
It's never
the way karma works, yo. But ever since like I was in college, I always had a boyfriend, right?
Yeah.
So I probably was single.
Oh, you had a boyfriend every year?
No, not like every year. It was like the same boyfriend.
The same boyfriend?
Yeah.
Or how many boyfriends?
I've had 3 serious relationships.
3 serious relationships.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, I don't consider the first one that serious. It was very that was toxic. That was like me just learning straight out of high school, like what a relationship kind of was. But it wasn't serious.
What do you consider serious?
Like actually hanging out, like going on dates kind of thing. Like that one was that was weird.
All right. What non-serious relationship was this?
He was just very toxic in the sense where it was just all about him and like if he didn't feel well one day, it's it. Like we wouldn't talk for like that whole day or like that whole week. It was like always based on him. So it was very toxic and I didn't like that. And then
but he made it official, right?
He did make it official.
He made it official?
Yes. But like we never met each other's parents kind of thing. Like it was always like on the low.
How long did it last?
That lasted like 10 months.
10 months?
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
I know.
You barely see each other. I mean, I guess, what's barely?
like once a week kind of thing.
Oh yeah, that is barely. What the fuck?
Yeah, it was weird. I'm telling you, he had shit going on or something.
What the fuck? What did he do? Well, what made you want to stay in that relationship for that long?
You see, that's the thing. I don't know. I felt like I didn't know much about relationships, so I thought that was how I had to be treated or kind of thing.
Did he cheat on you?
No, he didn't cheat on me. Actually, I think he did at the end, because that's why. So we ended up breaking up, right? Like, I want the tea.
I'm getting straight to this tea.
So, like, towards the end of it, he just ended up breaking up with me, and I'm just like, why? Like, it was so confusing. And then 2 days later, we break up, and he posts this other girl, like this girl that like I saw him comment on like her pictures, and he would say like it was nothing, and I found it sus, and he ended up dating her. And then I was like, okay, whatever. Moved on, did my own thing.
That's it. That fucked it up for the next guy. Now he can't like any pics.
I feel like I grew out of that mentality though. Okay. But it's like it had me like traumatized. I'm like, you trying to tell me like you didn't do anything, and then you ended up like dating her. Mm-hmm. Out of all things, dating her, like making it official and thing. And then
posting up on Instagram, seeing her more than once a week.
Yeah.
Fucking dick.
I was like, but no, now he always like hits me up and things. And I'm just
y'all
like,
still talk?
No, he talks to himself on my texts.
On your DMs?
Yeah. I just like I'm Bruh, nice.
You fucked it up.
He did.
Get over it.
He fucked it up.
She's a graduate now, right? She's like she's gonna be a doctor soon. She's gonna start being a sugar mommy.
A sugar, you know,
sugar mama.
Maybe. I feel like sometimes I think about it. It's like, how will I know if like someone actually likes me for me, or it's just like my career, or like, oh my god, talking about relationships and things. Like my relationships kind of don't always work out, and I feel one of my friends was telling me is like she thinks, and I kind of agree with her. Is like do you guys agree? Like you get intimidated by girls when they're doing better than you, or like. Does that motivate you?
To me, I used to have a mentality where, honestly, I've always found it inspiring. I always found it motivating.
Right?
To have because I dated a girl that was 31 years old when I was like 21. So I felt like she was on a path. Mm-hmm. She was really, really smart. Like literally, her IQ was like a genius. Like she took an IQ test when she was a kid.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and she went to college when she was like 16 type shit. Like, and she went to NYU and all this shit. And like she had the thing where she could kind of open a book and kind of read everything. Like just look at it for like 15 seconds and she would know everything on like the pages.
Photographic memory.
Yeah, like photographic memory, which is like insane.
It is.
It's fucking insane to me. So like that would inspire me, and in the way she would act and how civil she was, and like kind of like just watching her hustle really make me like her more and more and more. So like it never really intimidated me, and the fact that I was only like a busser. And she was that was a kind of a little bit of the intimate.
That's what I'm saying.
Why would she ever look at me? Yeah. Like, why would she even look at me? But get over that shit. Be persistent.
Yeah.
She's just a fucking human.
Right. Literally, I feel like people don't see past that early.
Exactly.
It's always like a thing where the guy's like not doing much, and like I don't even bring it up. I'm just like, oh, like like I'm very motivating. I'm like, obviously I started from nothing, and I'm like,
I mean, you're here, you're on the Geezus show, right?
Exactly. Like I made it far.
I bring motivating people.
I made it big.
You're welcome.
I made it. She made it. I'm on a podcast. I tried to explain to my mom I was gonna do a podcast, and she's like, "What is that?" I was like, "Look at the radio." Nice. She's like, "You're gonna be on the radio?" I was like, no, I don't know how to explain this to Spanish moms.
Like, voy a estar en YouTube.
En YouTube. And in Face. And in Face. They say Face instead of Facebook.
Yeah, they say el Face. Al WhatsApp. El WhatsApp.
Yo.
That's fucking
Spanish
weird.
wrong.
But all right, anyways, back to this relationship. I'm trying to get to this tea. Well, I guess that was that tea.
That was that tea.
What about the next guy? Or you were basically speaking about how like guys... Do you ever feel like guys are intimidated by you? Or do you feel like a lot of the guys you've seen are very lazy? Or unmotivated?
Yes.
Better yet.
I feel like my friends say I make bad choices with guys. And I don't know why. I feel like...
you're one of those.
Yeah.
Not them.
Not them? Wait, I feel like everyone's been like...
What do you mean? Not them.
Everyone's one of the friends saying, not that guy. He ain't the one, sis.
Because he was.
No. So like I have been with people that don't like, they're like unstable. Like they don't know what they want to do with their life. Mm-hmm. And then they like try to figure it out. Or like every time I meet this guy, like it's fine. It's like, oh, like I'm still trying to find myself. And I'm like, you know, like part of me before was like, oh.
Do you feel like you just like the bad boys? Is that like.
I do.
You do like the bad boys?
I do, which is weird. Yes, but I'm going out of that. Which is not.
It's not bad. Because here's what I figure from girls that like are into like whatever their friends think the wrong type, but from like and they like the bad boys, I guess, or whatever. It's more of like you kind of know what you like. Like you'll start to figure out what you really like about them and what you don't like about them, right?
Yes.
And a lot of these dudes are just, what do you like their confidence?
Yes.
Or like their ability to speak to you.
Yes.
The things they say to you.
You're like nailing.
You hit all those pockets.
It's like, yo, I love when a guy has confidence. Like they know what they're doing, or like they have goals and they know how to get there. It's not just like, oh, like I want to get there, but I don't know how, kind of thing. Like, yeah, obviously people don't know some things, but like if people are confident, I'm going to do this. Like I have this hustler mentality, or like, you know, we're going to like, they see bigger things, even if it's without you. Like they, like that's a huge thing. Like you need to like think of yourself. Like, huh?
That's a huge turn on for girls.
Yeah.
I believe that not even just for girls. Like you were talking about the law of attraction earlier. Mm-hmm. Pretty much just like you following your own purpose.
Yes.
People get attracted. Like instead of telling, like if you try to sit here and tell somebody to do something, makes them not want to do it. Mm-hmm. All your friends telling you, don't see that guy, makes you want to see that dude more.
He just called me, I'm
like,
going.
Hey, so what were you saying? The Uber's outside.
They check my location. My friends check my location.
Oh my. So it makes you, and it makes it more like I guess like adrenaline rush for you to go see him if people are really your parents even get in the way, like where they're just like, oh, like don't see that dude, blah blah blah, and you find a way to sneak. Oh, I'm just going to the grocery store. You're gone for like an hour and a half. You went to see that dude or whatever, but it's like the idea of you not like leading by example. Instead of telling somebody to do something. So when you're on your purpose, you're doing your own thing, you know, people are attracted to that energy. Like they get motivated because you're not telling them do it. They're watching you do it and they're seeing you succeed and you're like, oh shit, like, yeah, like I like that.
Like in the same frequency.
Exactly.
No, yeah, that's like a huge thing for me lately. I feel like before I was very much, like I need someone. Like I feel like my friends always had relationships. Like my best friends, they're both in like stable relationships. Like, okay, they're great. And then it's like,
so now you're just watching that?
Yeah, like before it would be like, it's always been like that. I've always been like that person.
That person's like, I'm just single.
Yeah. And it like sucks because I'm like, oh, like before it would suck OD, but like now I'm just like accepting it, like learning to be alone, like knowing like it's fine to be happy by yourself. Like the whole love yourself first before you meet someone. That's just true.
That's so true.
That's just true because like, and like when I notice, like when you're single, you start to notice a bunch of shit. Like even in a relationship, like some people are so dependent on their partner and it's so unhealthy. And I used to be like that. And I feel like that's why my relationships never worked out too, because I used to be. So
which relationship is this one?
That was my second one.
Your second one?
Yeah.
Okay, so here
I was.
Good segue into the second one.
Is it the one? Could be another one. Sorry. Which one? Is it the one where you went to Spain with?
No, I went to Cancun with this one.
Spain
was the third one.
At least you traveled with a guy.
She's aspiring traveler.
Aspiring traveler. Nobody wanted to travel. Had to go with. No, I'm kidding. I wanted to go with them. I mean, it's funny. That's the thing too. I was very impulsive. Like I wouldn't think like I would just, which is kind of like a cool trait to be like like, okay, I'm down to go travel, like kind of thing. Yeah. But like if I do that with my friends. But before I used to just do that with like any guy I was talking to. Well, I was in a relationship with them. So I mean, things speed up too quick.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's bad to travel with somebody that you like, as long as you like them. Yeah. And y'all like have a good communication. Because shit tends to dwindle out. Yes. After you're in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? Like shit. And that's really where your relationship would be tested.
That's true.
Like after that. So it's like, you know, getting to the Will Smith, Jada Pinkett shit. You know what I'm saying? The entanglements, bro. Yo, how many entanglements Maria been in?
None.
None?
I'm holy.
Chill. Would you consider the first guy and the second guy entanglements?
I think the first guy had an entanglement.
The first guy.
Oh, Jesus.
Actually, yeah. I don't know, like the second guy, it was weird because I wasn't really over the first one.
Mm-hmm.
And then I didn't realize that until like I was halfway through a whole relationship with the second one and I was hurting him because obviously I wasn't giving him my all. And then I got over the first one, but then he started to lose feelings for me. And it was like this whole circle. So it ended. And then with the third one, I wasn't over my second one. And I kind of jumped into the third one. And then I had it's I know I'm toxic.
You're an entanglement. You're
Wait. So did you mess around with the second one while you were with the third one?
No.
Oh no, nothing happened.
No. You see, it's not entanglement because I didn't do.
But the way you were saying it, I'm like, oh shit. What?
Yeah, I'm like,
no. Mentally, my head was like somewhere else, but I didn't do like something physically. Like I didn't meet up with them or anything.
Okay.
Like no. I don't like cheaters kind of thing.
You don't like cheaters kind of thing?
I don't know. Cheating is like that's tough.
Yeah, some people say once a cheater, always a cheater.
Do you believe that?
So,
Nah,
no, I'm optimistic. I believe people can change, but I do believe that, hey, I'm gonna look at her last 3 relationships. If she cheated on every single on every relationship she's had,
what makes
who's
you
to say I'm not the next one, bro? I'm sorry. Like past speaks for itself. You know, you gotta learn from that experience. Like you gotta really know who the person you're with. Maybe that person isn't the type of person to be in a monogamous relationship. Maybe maybe you should be in an open relationship with them. You know what I'm saying? That's like it's a very hard thing for people to wrap their mind around open relationships. It's so hard. But it's like, I could do that, though. But when it comes from like when you love yourself, when you're confident in yourself. Yes. You know what I'm saying? And now you're confident in building trust and communication with somebody else. Then like, you know, you start to realize that like, you know, you can't really only have love for one person. You can have love for multiple people. Says by all your past relationships, right? You probably loved the last guy, the guy after that, the guy after that guy. So you know you're capable of loving more than one person. You know, if you've cheated and on every one of those people, you know what I'm saying? It says more about like you had a strong relationship with them, but you couldn't be like physically faithful. So maybe you're physically attracted to other people, including the one you're with. So it's like that's kind of where like an open relationship would start. Like, cool, like we talk to each other, we text with each other, we might even like see each other a lot or like live with each other, go out on dates and all this shit. You post each other on Instagram and everything. But you still want a side piece. You still want to fuck around on the side, you know? And your partner has to be okay with that. You know, that's where that communication, that bond kind of comes in.
That's true. But,
you know, but it's like a lot of people don't want to see that. They're like, nah, 1000% turn off to the idea. But with more and more people cheating, with people understanding in like long relationships where like it just dwindles out. It does. Like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? And it's just like either you're with them or you're not with them. Or, you know, you find a way to grow together, which is really what a relationship is about, right? It's
scary because it's like you either marry this person, or that's going to be your person, or you just don't. Like, it's going to be like an unhappy ending. Unless you become friends. Like, I was always the type to be like, okay, cool terms. Like, you did me dirty. We're still going to be like, cool.
No, we're good. Yeah, we can keep going. Okay, we can just edit the shot.
Okay, all right. I'm just saying.
He's like, I want the tea on these relationships.
I want the tea on these relationships. No, I interrogated Edwin like twice already.
No, come at me.
His past relationships.
He has questions.
So how did you and the guy you went to Spain end? I totally forgot.
So Spain is the third guy.
Yes, Spain is the third guy. He's actually, I ended that one. The first two, like, I got dumped. This one, I kind of ended it.
And you know, I think it's for the reason.
Why?
Because he was a nice guy.
He was a nice guy?
Okay.
Oh, no, 100%. That happens to the nice guys. I was the nice guy.
Yes.
That was me.
He's a great guy. He'll always, like, be a great guy. My parents loved him. My brother swears we're going to get married in the future. I feel like it was just like,
Is he persistent?
Huh?
Is he persistent?
He's persistent.
He's still in the DMs?
We talk here and there. Like, we're cool.
What's he doing?
He's right now? Yeah. I don't know what he's doing right now. He's probably home.
No, I mean, what's he doing in his life?
Okay, so he goes to school. He's finishing his bachelor's. I think he'll finish this year. And then he wants to become a teacher.
A teacher?
Yeah.
Okay, fine, maybe. Yeah. As long as he's passionate about it.
Yeah. He is. Okay. That's the thing. He is.
Okay, cool. As long as he's on his purpose, I don't know.
But it was like, I don't know. Like, it was very, like I said, I wasn't over the second one, and I didn't really communicate that with him. I kept telling him like, yeah, whatever. Like he was like there, and then
what did you like about the second guy?
The second guy,
so much.
He was more of a badass. He was
as in what?
Like I don't know, like he'd be more assertive, or like he'd plan things. I mean, the third one planned things too.
So third one was just too, what is it, like aloof, wouldn't stand up for himself, or like?
No, he would. He
So,
would.
like-
It was more like the second one, like we'd go out and party thing. Like we'd be able to balance things.
Mhm.
Like he still go to school, and he had a full-time job. Like he was doing well. Like he was stable. Like he knew how to party and he balanced social life. So I really liked that.
Okay.
But then I don't know. I feel like part of me kind of jumped into it. And then like at one point we were just in a whole relationship, and I was like, what the hell? Like I still don't even know you fully.
The third guy or the second guy?
The second guy.
Second guy, okay, cool.
And then the third guy wasn't like that. Like he didn't really have a full-time job. He wasn't working well. Like he was trying to like go by paycheck kind of thing. And I was always kind of spoiled, and it like humbled me down OD, where it was like,
Stay humble.
Yes. Like I'm gonna be honest. I used to be very materialistic.
Yeah.
When I was like my first relationship. So the first two had cars and things, like they'd always like pay for things or like pick me up, and I was like, okay, like I was used to that. And the third one didn't, and I was like, oh, so what do you mean I have to take the train? Like take the bus.
Take the bus to my crib.
Take the train. Like
but you know she's into you. She's taking the bus or the train.
Yes.
To a certain extent, you know what I'm saying?
So like that's what I told myself too, because I was like, damn, like I really like this guy, because I want to spend time with him. And that's when I started to be less materialistic, but low key, like
I used to do that too. I used to specifically make girls take the train and meet me somewhere, and I would drive there and meet them. I would not pick them up. I have a thing where I just would not pick them up.
Do you still do that?
No,
I don't do it now because I'm dating somebody. But before,
like when you were messing around?
Yeah, when I'm messing around. Yeah, my thing would specifically be like, if she's worth it, like, you know what I'm saying? If it's gonna like go anywhere, a big indicator to me is is she willing to hop on that train, take that long ass ride to wherever we're going. You know what I'm saying? And then meet me there. And then cool, I'll meet her there. And then I'll take her home. You know what I'm saying? But if she's not willing to do that, then cool, you know, who's the
I'm
next?
I'm gonna test that out.
Who's the next one?
Who's next on the list?
Exactly.
Yo, meet me here.
Meet me right here, bro.
Meet me here. No, but back to the third one. It was like that too, though. Like I don't know. I felt like we had similarities, but also differences. Like he wouldn't really party or like go out, and like it was always like money was kind of always an issue sometimes.
Okay.
And
so he was like, all right, so money was an issue.
Yeah, as in like going out, and like I was like, okay, like we could stay home, like we'll watch Netflix, like it's fine, like I just want to spend time with you. But then like sometimes it got like, okay, like let's do something else, like let's. But he's such a good person where he like knew like.
But you felt like it was kind of boring. It was kind of getting boring.
Yeah, I felt like I needed.
You feel he was as adventurous,
huh?
As the other guy. You don't feel he was as adventurous as the other guy. Do more shit. Like be about shit instead of just staying home all day.
Yes. I mean, towards the end, he did start to change all that. But then I felt like I kind of wanted to do my own thing. I felt like the whole thing came back to me never really being single.
Yeah.
Where it was like, I never really got to just go out with like my girls and just enjoy time kind of thing. Like I never really even had like a lot of girlfriends either. It was always like stuck. Like when you're in a relationship, you kind of like focus on them. And that was my mistake. Like it would always be like, okay, all about them. Like fuck my friends kind of thing.
Exactly. And
I didn't like that, because at the end of the day, I was like, okay, I'm so tired of like being with you. Like I need my space. I need to go do something. Like I need to just focus on me. And that's kind of what I told him. Like I was starting dental school. So I broke up with him last year. And like I finally made my year single in like May.
I did it. It's done.
I did it. It was hard. But I had told him like, yeah, like I need to work, like find myself kind of thing, which kind of sounds like a BS excuse, but it's true, because I didn't know my self-worth. I always felt like, oh, like if somebody told me like I'm pretty, like, okay, like I must be pretty. But it wasn't like me looking at myself in the mirror like, damn, like girl, you look good kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like hyping myself up, or like knowing I could do things on my own, or like seeing what I like, my hobbies, like not just being so invested, or like spending time with my family. Like when I was in a relationship, I would just be with them. And like, I wouldn't spend time with my mom or my dad. And, you know, that shit catches up to you. Like sometimes like my mom's mad cool. Like we're super cool now. And that was because I spent more time with her. So that was a reason too. Like he was very nice. Like he never really like put me in my place kind of thing. Like if I would fuck up or like talk back or something, like he'd have mad patience, and like sometimes I want to be someone to just be like, yo.
Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like yeah.
Oh, like no, like you're shut up.
See,
like,
all the things a nice guy did is what I used to do.
Yeah.
In my first relationship. Like literally like everything.
That was his like first serious relationship. That's the thing.
It was my first serious relationship too.
And see, that's what I think. Like you're like too scared to fuck up kind of thing.
OD, dude. You want to make it work out so bad. But at the end of the day, like, you know, I didn't have like the whole where I completely love myself. Like I've been after that I was single for so long. And I'm only willing to take like I have not had a girlfriend since.
Oh wow.
So like I only mess around well, it's still not my girlfriend. But and she knows that.
Oh, okay.
She knows she's still not my girlfriend because my thing exclusively is I need to date a girl for at least a very long extended period of time.
Define date. Like, how does this whole dating thing go?
Dating is, to me, it's pretty much like, I guess, I don't really explain it. It's just like I see her.
Like the talking stage.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like there's a talking stage, then there's like the fooling around stage, then there's like the y'all going out with each other stage. Then there's like you're meeting each other's parents stage.
But isn't that like a whole relationship?
I mean, no matter what, when you're talking to somebody else, it's a relationship, right? When you start the talking stage, it's really you're starting to really get to know somebody. So for me, I'm not a believer in marriage. I don't believe in marriage at all.
Same here.
Okay.
Ooh. Like, it's just I don't think it's for me. But she does believe in marriage. So it's like we do communicate about it, and we're like talking about it, and then like after this whole specifically Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith thing,
entanglement.
Yeah, the whole
after the entanglement, I'm like, you know what? I cannot believe what marriage is because they've been together for so long, and she just did that.
They had a break.
Exactly. No, but they had a break. But my thing was
relationship.
But
I mean, marriage.
I don't fucking matter to me. That's just a break. The break's a break. A break's a break.
True.
A break's a break. That shit, like, yo.
Entanglement. You know what? You want to know what's entanglement? Right there.
No.
Was it an example?
No, but so basically she would tell me, you know, I try to respect her wishes, you know, in a sense we are getting there to being together, so I am taking it a little more serious than like I normally would. But so yeah, like I said, every girl is different. You know what I'm saying, I used to know other girls who just didn't give a fuck. Like I would do my thing, she'll do her thing, we'll still hang out, and then if it were to go in that direction, then I would start thinking in that direction.
But do you guys like state that first? Like, oh, like what your intentions are?
Yeah.
Or, right?
Yeah, you can't do it. You can't do it in the talking stage though.
So when do you state your intentions?
After we fuck.
Oh my god.
That's the what are we when you're laying down?
No. Not like right after, but like when I start to feel like she's thinking about it, then I have like the whole conversation where it's like, you know, it's respectful towards her feelings, because I don't want to be disrespectful towards her feelings, or it's like this, like I'll know, like, hey, do I plan on taking you seriously or not? You know, so I'll be very straight up, like, sorry, like I don't think it's gonna work out between us. You're not really the person, but it was fun, you know.
I hit it and quit it.
But nah, I'm not quitting it. Like I don't treat them like garbage like that, like just like disposable objects. Like I don't believe in that. But it's just like I need to be very serious, you know, because this is what I want, and I'm not gonna lead you on towards something you don't want, right? So like me and her, we had the where I felt like she wanted to have that conversation, like kind of like, what are we? So then that's when I have the conversation where it's like, you know, I do feel like this can go somewhere. Like, you know, I want to get to know you more, and obviously like that's gonna take time, and like plus I've been fucking hitting her DMs for mad long.
Oh, she finally gave in?
Yeah, dub my shit, gave in during quarantine. During quarantine, could not see her for like a month. She took quarantine so seriously. I had to like talk her out of it. So then I like saw her and all that shit. I went to see her, visit her, all the way in the Bronx. I fucking hate the Bronx. Sorry guys if you're from the Bronx, but
that's a whole easy pass.
That's a whole easy pass away. And the directions are so fucking confusing. But made it there, and yeah, pretty much we've been like pretty inseparable since. So like I see everything going in like a good direction. We're like,
that's good.
Yeah, I kind of want to take it, you know, thinking about it. So
Thinking about it.
Thinking about it hard, really hard. You know, if you're watching.
You know, I really like that mentality because that's where I'm at now.
Exactly, because you jump into these relationships, which is okay because it's a learning experience. You know what I'm saying? But it's like too many people do that, and then I was one of the people to jump into that relationship and to be like completely heartbroken because I put my all into that relationship, really thinking that I knew who I was 100%.
Yes.
Which you don't.
Sorry.
You
tell yourself like you're ready, but you're not. Like
You're not. And either way, I'm mad happy that like she broke up with me. Like I thank her. You know what I'm saying? I still talk to my ex, you know, like as friends and shit. But like, yeah, you know, that's how we're able to be cool.
Yeah.
That's like, you know.
It's like a learning experience. You both took something, learned from it, move on, do your thing.
Exactly. Right?
No hard feelings.
No hard feelings.
But yeah, I'm trying to get in that mentality too. I think I'm there now because my year's single. But I used to jump into things crazy. Like it was just like, okay, like, so we're dating now. Okay. And then like it takes away like learning about them, the excitement. Like you're so committed and like.
Exactly. Plus the beginning of everything is always the best part.
Yeah.
The beginning of a relationship is the best part, bro.
Going downhill for like a month or two. Like you guys been so good around, and then one fight, you're just like, what the fuck? Oh, blah, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly. But how you handle that fight
how you handle that fight
is going to determine all the future fights that
yes.
you have. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So it's like me and her, we have yet to kind of really have a fight.
Yeah, you shouldn't be having a fight at this kind of time, I think.
Well, it's been like, what? So it was like April,
May, June, July, 4 months.
Sure, 4 months.
The quarantine.
Yeah, the quarantine.
How do you call these? The quarantine dates? The quarantine
dates and shit. But I've been hollering at her for a while now, so
finally gave in. So you gotta be persistent.
Persistent, but not creepy.
Yes.
Don't be fucking creepy.
Don't be creepy.
Like, don't be Maria's ex.
Which one?
They're all crawling back. They're all slowly crawling back.
Yo, the first one you see got like the random number. Like, you know those apps on your phone where you could like download a new number?
Oh, poor guy.
Oh, man. It was bad.
Fucking guy. I feel bad for him.
Shaking my head. You lost, bro. Skedaddle from her life, please.
Skedaddle. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to end the show here. I think that's a good point to end it.
It does. Too much has been said.
So much. I don't want to expose everything. Subscribe and we'll bring her back.
Let them know. I got more stories,
we'll
guys.
See the progress. Oh, shit.
What other stories do you have?
The next one.
Way to find out. All right. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. This is the Geezus Show, and peace out.
Great.
Take care.
Bye.